Hello, we are here in Astoria, Queens, at the Queens Baseball Convention. It is so cold, I cannot feel my chest. Fortunately, the one way to possibly warm one's soul is to come out here to talk about the Mets.
Meet the Mets, meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets.
Who is your favorite baseball team?
The Mets. The Mets.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes.
Ball, knocking those home runs over the wall.
So you were officially Mets Fan of the Year in 2016. Is it sad being a Mets fan?
No, it takes a lot of loyalty and confidence to be a Met fan.
Love the Mets basically since I was born. My dad was a Mets fan. They rushed home from the hospital the day I was born because the Mets were on TV and I was born on time. Yeah, no, my mom tells me about it all the time. Your dad was so concerned about getting home in time to watch the Mets the night of your birth.
Did he scream at her to push faster?
Well, him and the gynecologist were both Mets fans, so my mom said all they were talking about the whole time were the Mets.
Okay, so there's a dude over here wearing a Tebow jersey. What do you think of that?
I love Tim Tebow. I don't ever want to see him in a Met jersey.
This is a table just for Mets trivia questions, right? Yeah. Okay, now I'm a Cardinals fan. So if we talk specifically about Game 7 of the 2006 National League Championship Series, I'm going to do great. I'm assuming that's all you're going to want to talk about.
That's the last thing I want to talk about.
If you make it to the age of 94 and the Mets have never won a World Series and you are on your deathbed, will you feel like the time watching the Mets was well spent?
I would say so. I mean, there's 118 years worth of Cubs fans who didn't get to see the Cubs win the World Series. So, I mean...
And they died miserable and unhappy. Are you playing for the Mets next year or 2 years? Because you were just drafted by the Mets, right?
No.
Everybody here seems unusually happy for Mets fans. And I figured I would come here and everyone would just be silently drinking. You knew what you were doing when you made your son a Mets fan, right?
I did.
Are you mad that he did that to you?
Absolutely not. I love being a Mets fan. It's part of my identity, you know? Everybody asks me who I like for baseball. I say the Mets, and I always got a comment, you know?
Let's say the Mets get a sponsor. Like, you know, the NBA teams are doing this now. They get a sponsor, and on their jersey, it says, "We don't like Ann. We don't like her." If you see Ann, boo in her face and tell her she's a terrible person. Would you still be a Mets fan?
Yes!
These people are insane!